In this session, I'm going to work on not knowing and witness and curiosity because the client is coming in with the pressure to be a doctor because that's what her family has done, and she would rather be an actress, and she's rebelling right now and doing drugs. So I just want to have a conversation with her and make sure that I know what the facts are and know how she's feeling and how it feels to know that someone is assuming you feel a certain way, and I just want to be open and to be able to join with her, and I want to feel like I'm suffering with her and like I know what it feels like to be in that awkward position. So, here we go. So, in your words, what is it that has brought you in today?
I have for a while have had issues with my parents. They have really high standards of me and my little brother because they are very successful. You know, we grew up very well in a very high income family because they're both doctors, and that's how they met, and like they have a great relationship and a great life, and they made a great life with both of us, and I just feel like I don't identify with that, and they want that for us, but I don't feel like that is what I'm supposed to do, so they're pressuring me now. I don't know how, I mean, my little brother's younger than me, and not so much for him, but they're really, really pressuring me. I don't know if it's because I'm the oldest or what, but they're pressuring me to become a doctor as well, and I don't want to do the school. I don't think school is made for me. I don't like it. I don't like studying, and I am instead, you know, I want to pursue acting. I want to be in arts and things like that, and I feel like that's my calling, and they don't understand that. They don't see that as like a career because it's very, for one, it's very hard to get into and be successful at, and they don't support me whatsoever, and they know that I've been involved with drugs, and they think I'm addicted to things, and I think I have issues, and that I should go to rehab, but basically, I'm trying to live my life the way I want to, but they don't, you know, support that at all, which it doesn't feel good to not have, you know, your parents support at all.
Mm-hmm. Do they support you in other aspects of your life, or is this just a specific, like, situation relating to being a doctor or an actor?
They support anything that has to do with school or something along that nature. So they, you know, when I was in high school, I was trying to get more into theater and, like, you know, trying out for plays, like, you know, get into action classes and things like that, and they didn't support that. Although, to me, it was clear that that's what made me happy, and it was just hard to comprehend that they weren't accepting of me doing something that I thought was clear, that, like, I was like, this is, you know, more fitting for me than what you guys have lived, you know, like, you know, going through your footsteps. So yeah, they have supported, like, other things school related, but nothing of the nature that I feel like that I want to do. So it's been pretty difficult.
What are other things in your life that you have wanted to do besides theater that your parents haven't been supportive of?
They were not supportive of, I guess, a few things. Like, they, it goes, like, beyond just like school. But I had a boyfriend for a little while, and he was the one he was like very musical and like a musician, so he was the one who kind of like turned me on to like the visual arts and everything, and they didn't like him at all. And they made it very clear they didn't like him, which made me like kind of despise them and want to be with him even more. And it was kind of a tumultuous, very hard relationship. But they didn't support that. They didn't support me like going on traveling trips and things like that I wanted to do, which I never did because, you know, I needed their money, their financial support, and they weren't willing to pay for it. But other than that, I mean, sorry. Other than that, not so much that I can think of that they haven't supported, but that's basically the gist of things is, you know, all my theater aspirations and me wanting to move to LA to pursue. I was thinking about either LA or New York, and of course they were like, no, like you're gonna stay here, you're gonna go to med school, and we'll pay for it all. If you want to move to New York or LA, like that is completely on you. And I don't have any money. I can't even fathom how I would do that at this point in my life, and it just makes me feel lost that, you know, they're trying to force me to identify with something that I don't even want to do, and it seems really hard.
Have you been able to talk to him about how hard it is?
A little bit, but it's hard for them to comprehend it because that's all they've known, and like their parents were like, not both of their parents, but each of their parents were doctors too, and so they've grown up with like both sides where they grew up with a parents a doctor, and then they were a doctor, you know, for their kids or whatever, so they don't really understand, like they are fully aware of how much work goes into it and how many years you have to spend doing it, but like they don't understand that that's just not, like I don't have that brain, like I don't have like that, like my brain doesn't process that way. I don't process with science and with the human body or whatever, like I don't function that way, and it's hard for them to, I think, see that or understand because that's how they are, and they just, I think, assume that that's how I am, and so I've tried to say something, but they just cannot see my point of view, I don't think. Mm-hmm. So I haven't tried that hard to explain because I just don't think I would get very far. I don't think it would be a successful conversation.
Well, I'm sorry you're going through all this. I know it can't be easy, but we're about out of time for today. So I will see you again next week.
Okay, perfect.